All right, good evening. I'm going to call the order of the joint meeting of the Committee of Infrastructure and the Police Commissioners, this being Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025, at 6:05 p.m. in the Automatic Chamber, and duly noticed in two places, including the city's website, in accordance with the requirements of RSA 91-A, numeral 2, Roman numeral 2. And we'll take the roll call. To the clerk, please.
Yes. Commissioner Dahl?
Present.
Commissioner Wilson?
Present.
Commissioner Tollner? Alderman Thibodeau?
Here.
Alderman John Sullivan?
Here.
Alderman Clee is here. Alderman Dowd?
Present.
And Alderman O'Brien.
Present.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Also in attendance is Administrative Service Director, Mr. Tim Cummings, Mr. Tim Lemire of La Valley Messenger. Did I have it right? Did they correct the?
No, GPI.
No.
GPI.
Yeah.
And we'll have to
I'll let her know that.
make a
Yeah.
note of that. Okay. That's why I questioned it. And we have Captain Moriarty of NPD. Okay. So I welcome you all. Commissioner Wilson, welcome. This is your first one here, right?
It is,
Meeting
correct.
with us, so
Thank you.
welcome. You're going to find this very highly interesting. Okay.
I hope so.
Please hold on to your seats. Okay. All right. We'll have public comment.
No, introductory remarks first.
Huh? Yeah, that was,
Okay, sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Cummings, do you want to make any introductory remarks before I go to public comment?
I don't. I'm all set at this time. Thank you.
Okay, that's good, because unfortunately, we don't have a lot of people in the queue, so we're all set there. So we'll go with the approval of minutes. Alderman Clee?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like the motion to approve the minutes of the September 3rd, 2025 meeting.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. General progress update. Director Cummings, do you want to provide us any?
Tim, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to just hand it right over to Tim Lemire, who will give you the update.
Yes, he actually has come with the slide, and let's see where we go.
I'm just going to put this down here and open that up.
Do you want to hear?
No, I'm just going to give him the,
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
You stay,
You can keep running the meeting, yeah.
that's right.
I can control it for a minute. After last night?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to provide the project update. As of, and I want to be clear, this is data that's as of September 30th.
Okay.
Because we didn't meet October 8th.
Okay.
So earthwork is 85% complete now. It's actually even quite a bit further because we did do final paving last week on the site, so we're quite far along with the earthwork now. Concrete work is about 100% complete, and there was one needed repair that was performed last week as well. So concrete work should be 100% by today. Structural steel is 100% complete. Interior work is moving along rapidly. At this point, we're now over 85% complete on all the interior work items. And you can kind of see we're in the 90s of the roof and wood truss installation, everything that completes the new police garage. So looking forward, we are looking towards November and actually looking towards punch list and starting the process of how we're going to handle closing out the project, which is a great sign. Just a couple further notes on upcoming work. We had intended originally on coming to the joint committee with a contract for the main building roof at the police department. And we've done some hazardous materials testing. The current roof material is positive for various types of asbestos. And so right now we do not have, up here it says a GMP expected mid to late October. That is no longer expected. We are, and I don't even want to give a date, we're just reevaluating what we need for a roof design and how we want to approach it at the moment. So that roof for the main PD building is going to be on hold a little bit. The other upcoming work, the police department parking lot design and site civil work, there has been a consultant selected, VHB, and we are currently negotiating scope and fee with VHB and hope to have a contract before the joint committee on or about the November 5th meeting. So before you tonight are a few contract actions. And as you can see, we have 3 no-cost change notifications. 18, and that is for the EV recharging stations. So we have 1 station currently functional at 9 Riverside, and we need to have 2 more for the potentially upcoming Ford Lightning. And that involves some electrical work to that side wall. We have project funds available to do that. Change notification 19 is the entryway painting. And in this project, the reason for this project scope included just painting around the doorways. And what we want to do is actually add painting the main corridor into the training room so that as especially outsiders come into the police station for training, it has 1 consistent paint color through to the conference room. And CN20 is a little bit technical, but that's a steel roof channel, and there was a little bit of a discrepancy between what was fabricated and what was designed, and as it appeared when it was built, it needed 1 small channel added. So that also is a no-cost change to us for this project. Yep.
Just for the people that are watching, it's not a no cost. It's no additional change to the GMP, which is a guaranteed maximum price. It is costing money, and it's coming out of one of the accounts.
That's correct. So these change notifications have a financial value to them, but they've already been accounted for in as you say, the total maximum price of the contract. So along those lines with the total project cost, right now, or as of September 30th, I should say, not right now, but before you would be to approve Whiting Turner pay application number 6, and that would bring the total spending to Whiting Turner up to $1,330,000 out of the $2.3 million GMP, about 57% of the contract. That 57% number, as you see all the work features getting towards 90%, in this month in October, it's gonna jump quite a bit because they're getting a lot of things to completion in the month of October. And overall budget analysis for the group and see where we are. We have a authorization of $3.5 million and currently budgeted through construction $3.3 million in spending, and then 2.7 of that is currently issued in POs, and 1.3 million of current project spending. So I think the October, November, I think we'll see that bottom number catch up to the 2.7 of issued POs pretty quick here. Current project status, you can see in the upper left corner, the garage is very close to being complete. And in the center top, you see a lot of the granite curbing has now been installed. And just an example of one of the doors replaced, the side window panels have all been taken out for security and infilled with framing. So just an example of some of the inside-outside work happening. And 6-week look ahead, which we're kind of right in the middle of at this point, but so I'll kind of focus on the October 27 through 31 week, which is a lot of the electrical finishes will be taking place within the next week in the project. A lot of the items before October 27th have been completed by now, which is great. And that's it for the update.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lemire. Yeah, I'll let you get settled before. One thing that kind of piqued my ears up is the delay on the main roof of the police station. And
Yes.
what I'm concerned with is, I think the average, somebody Google it for me, but I think it's around December 7th is our first notable snowfall averaging. Hopefully to be someone underway before that.
Presently, it doesn't appear that we'll be able to start the roof project before this upcoming winter. And a big reason for that is with some of the initial abatement needs of the asbestos requires, as far as we're aware right now, phasing of the abatement and tenting of that. And one of the major issues is if we got a snow event while we had a tent up, we would lose the tent and then leak through whatever was exposed underneath. So unfortunately, right now, it's not looking as if we'll be able to begin the roof this fall.
Okay, that was indirectly what I was trying to hammer at. This is something you will come back to in the spring, possibly.
Possibly. What we really want to do is understand what the true need is now that we know where asbestos is on the roof, and then understand the scope of construction and hopefully begin in the
True.
spring, whatever that scope
Yeah.
is.
Okay, Alderman Clee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This might sound like a silly question, because I know there's been damage and so on to the roof, hence the leaking and so on. There's no way that we, like, build over it, is, I guess, to, you know how, when you have asbestos
Yeah.
floors, sometimes they put a floor over it rather than trying to pull up the asbestos.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, we have, I would say we're not far enough in understanding what options are available to us, what is allowed through the building code in New Hampshire specifically, and what we can encapsulate
Like
and
the
build
two
over.
roof type thing.
Right, and what
Yeah.
we have to abate with certainty. So we're exploring a few different options right now.
So if it's potential that you don't have to remove it, that you could just cover over it, would that be a lesser cost?
I believe it would be, but there is, and I would caution you, what I've been told so far is that that current roof is a ballast roof system.
Okay,
And because it's a ballast roof system, we still have to
Gotta start.
reconstruct at least the top.
okay,
Portion.
I understand that
Yeah.
part, thank you.
So it's the mastic that's underneath the stones on the roof. So when you are going to have to abate it, you're going to have to take all the stones off first. And that can be an issue. And now that you've discovered, have you done several test sites? Is the whole roof mastic hot?
Yes, we have. What we've done is we have found asbestos in multiple locations along the roof. Some, and the main concern is the adhesive between the old roof deck and the old existing insulation, which would be friable, airborne during the removal process, which is the main concern. There are other building materials that have tested positive for asbestos, which don't seem to require as significant of an abatement effort. So we're between your question and Alderwoman Clee's question, we're trying to understand that combination of where all the spots we have it and what are some of our options for abatement and reconstruction.
So I would say the key issue is going to be what's the increase in cost
That's correct.
Because abatement of that material is not cheap.
Yeah, we are currently asking Whiting Turner to provide that cost and understand full abatement, what the cost would be, and how that compares to available funding.
And just one other thing, when you start taking off the stones off the roof, now you're exposing more of the mastic, and you're gonna have to get rid of it. So you can't cover the roof. You can't cover the mastic. Once you start removing the stones, now you're into it.
Correct. I would say, Mr. Chairman, if you will, I would say that's correct. Once you remove that ballast system, you cannot leave the roof unballasted for any time manner. So it becomes a little bit more complicated than we were hoping it would be. So that's, between all these reasons, is the pause and figure out what our design is going to require.
All set, Alderman Dow? Alderman Thibodeau?
Thank you. With the roof being on pause, and Alderman O'Brien's questioning about the winter, so there were a few spots that did have leaking. I'm assuming those will be addressed. If we can't do a full replacement, those spots will at least be addressed and managed before snowfall?
We have been looking into that, and I'm not too familiar with the exact locations inside the PD that have some leaks. So I can't speak too specifically, but what I have been looking into is where something is leaking isn't necessarily where your failure point is on the outside surface. And being a ballast system with all the stone, one of our fears is that we could spend an exorbitant amount of money, even with a maintenance contractor, to try to find and patch things through all this ballast stone around a hazardous material. So we started discussing that a little bit last week, and we haven't gotten too serious beyond some of our challenges with doing that. So I honestly don't have a great answer for you beyond we're trying to understand what we should do for the next 6 months.
Alderman Thibodeau?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it would just be a shame if any of those spots are where work has been done.
Oh, right.
And then last one, you had mentioned the parking lot was
Yep.
almost 99% done, but then you had identified a parking lot designer.
Okay.
Could you elaborate so I
Yes,
understand
yes, I
that?
can. If I may, Mr. Chairman, the
may.
difference is the parking lot scope for the 9 Riverside project and the garage project was reduced very specifically to just provide access to the new police garage. So when I reference the parking lot for the garage, it's just this small area. The police campus as a whole is in need of a parking lot rebuild, and that is in such a case where it will require engineering services, where in the past we hoped it was going to be a overlay pavement, but it needs a little bit more work than that. So we have engineering services that we're pursuing to determine what's needed for the whole campus.
Thank you.
Alderman Clay?
Thank you. And this might, again, seem like a silly question, but where there are the potential of leaks through the asbestos areas, and I know it's the mastic, I know it's the underlaying of so on, is there any chance that any of that can leak down into, as Alderman Thibodeau had mentioned, into the areas, but the asbestos itself where staff could be and so on causing, and I know it's an airborne thing that we breathe into our lungs, but it dries.
We would honestly have to consult the environmental hygienist that did the testing. I
I mean,
really,
obviously, it's probably happening now if we have these leaks and it's asbestos there, but I'd like to
but
consult
yeah,
that.
yeah, we'd have to request that information. I just far beyond what I could say intelligently.
Thank you, that's fine.
I'm still here after 35 years of firefighting, ripping them apart, so I'm not that worried. Alderman Dow?
So as far as the existing parking lot, it's in tough shape. And the entire existing parking lot has one drain. and they're going to have to look at the drainage for the entire parking lot and probably put in some drainage pipes and maybe even some ballast tanks that we use like in the school projects, the whole water. So they have to design it and figure out what they need to do to make sure that it doesn't get destroyed like it is right now. I'm sure the commissioners can tell you that right outside the front door of the police station's all broken up. So that parking lot needs a lot of work.
Okay. All right, any other further questions? Yes, Commissioner Dahl.
Just quickly, Tim, that change note 20, the steel channel, did I hear
Yep.
you correct that there was a disconnect between design and fabrication?
Yes, now I'd have to, let me have it in front of me.
I guess my only point on that is if it was designed properly but it wasn't fabricated properly, I would hope that there would not be any cost.
It was not a fabrication issue, because I did, that was kind of our first go-through in the Thursday progress meetings. So I did verify that, but this is a little bit dated now, so. But I can get back to you a little bit specifically on the graphic. It's in words, it's a little bit tough to, fit the shape and where the openings are, but I can provide the joint committee on I have a graphical analysis of why that happened compared to the detail in the drawings and what ended up being fabricated. But I can tell you, I did verify it was not a mistake in the fabrication process.
Could that information be provided via email to Director Cummings? And Director Cummings, can you send it to everybody at the all committee members?
No problem. Happy to do it.
And then we'll get, is that a more
Yep, no
convenient way
problem.
of doing that?
Yeah, so I can certainly pass that on to Director Cummings.
Director Cummings, and I think he'll see that we'll all get it in the distribution list. Okay. Any other? Alderman Dowd?
And those types of things, the way we have contingency accounts. Going to decide whose pocket it comes out of, but, and a type of thing does happen in construction.
I get it.
mean, to try building a new school. You get those all the time, but we always look to see if it's somebody's fault or if it's one of those unknown unknowns.
Yep. Understood, thank you.
Okay. Moving on, Commissioner Cummings, you're all set, correct? With the-
Director?
Director Cummings?
I got an upgrade.
I don't know about that.
I'm handing out
I'm all set,
promotions
thank
left
you.
and right.
We're not giving you a badge.
I'm all set, thank you.
Good, okay. Moving on then, we're going to go into approval of invoices. Alderman Clay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I motion to approve August 31st, 2025 Whiting Turner invoice in the amount of $235,701.04.
Okay, any discussion by members of the committee? Okay, seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion, all those non-agreement, nay. Nothing, okay, motion carries. Alderman Clay, could you present the next motion, please?
Absolutely. I motion to approve the September 16th, 2025 Greenman Peterson Incorporated invoice in the amount of $4,458.28.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Clay, please.
I motion to approve the September 16th, 2025 LaValle Bresinger Architects invoice in the amount of $8,043.20 and the October 8th, 2025 invoice in the amount of $12,033.20.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of new contract proposals. Alderman Clay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I motion to approve the Whiting Turner Contracting Company change order number 18 for EV charging stations. change order number 19 for Riverside entry paint, and change order number 20 for CP structural steel motion. I'm sorry, that's it.
Okay, very
Wait till the
good.
motion
Okay, any questions on a motion? Okay, what color is the paint? Is it appropriate? I'm only
Yeah, Captain
kidding.
Moriarty question.
It's a very touchy subject.
Better not be blue, blue's expensive.
Right
We
over,
had
right
that
over.
once before. Okay, good. All right, as long as everybody's happy, I'm very happy. Okay, and no more further discussion? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. General financial overview. Right now, we have been authorized for $3,500,000. Budgeted through construction has been $3,318,692.48 through construction. And we have, as of tonight, $1,323,275.99 in current spending. At this point, I would like to recognize Administrative Service Director Cummings. Do you have any further to add to any of that?
I'm going to actually hand it over to Tim Lemire if he has any additional comments.
Mr. Lemay?
Okay, great. And as we kind of covered in the presentation, we are on schedule. We are under budget and carrying forward on the project well. And as you'll see, like I said in the presentation, there was about, in here, 1.3 million of current spending. And I would, like I said, mention to the Joint Committee that I believe we'll take a bigger jump in the month of October. So when we're here, possibly November 5th, I think we'll see that go up quite a bit.
Okay, good. Alderman Dowd?
Yeah, roughly from the budgeted to the amount of the bond, we got about 161,000 unaccounted, not unaccounted for that hasn't been budgeted yet. I would anticipate that various accounts in the GMP are probably going to come in under cost and perhaps a couple over, but we were going to emulate what we do for the Joint Special School Building Committee with that list of budgets and where they're at. That would give the committee an understanding of what perhaps will be left for money, and that could be an important question when we get to discuss the roof.
Yep, and I believe, I don't believe we've made that sheet yet. We have had some talks with Whiting Turner about evaluating our division items in the GMP. It's starting to identify where we have underages remaining, and we know we do have funds that will not be spent in the GMP, but I'm hesitant to give a number to the Joint Committee until we
So
get a little further.
what it normally has is each contract portion of has a GMP amount, and we have what was spent and a balance. Now, that's not going to guarantee what's left at the end, but it gives us an idea of where they are,
Right.
percentage of work done versus cost, so.
Yeah, I believe I saw something provided Director Cummings before, and it had
Yes.
per division, even per subcontractor, I believe. Is
Yep.
that, okay?
Yeah, and any other comments? No, I'd just like to say, our history as a committee, and to compliment Administrative Service Director Tim Cummings, and to you, Mr. Lemire, this seems to be going right online, and as some of our past projects, we've been kind of right under budget. So it seems like keep our fingers crossed, barring earthquakes, tsunamis, and
Now you've
whatever
just
else.
jinxed
you
the
know what I mean?
project. Now you've just jinxed the project.
No, don't say that. No, you know. Oh, didn't Charles Lafreniere, if the creek don't rise, and oh boy, okay. I'm dating myself. Okay. We'll move on to owed and miscellaneous business items. We talked briefly about the roof, possibly off-cycle JC meeting, Police Department HQ door security, and PD campus parking lot design, RFQ. Would you like to highlight them?
Yep, and Mr. Chairman, as we discussed, the PD roof may not be, we may not need off-cycle joint committee meetings for the roof as originally thought, so we will evaluate as we get a little further in design. And then we talked about the campus parking lot RFQ and where we are with that, and hopefully coming into a scope and fee that the joint committee can evaluate it by November 5th. And then for the PD door security, that is an upcoming item that we are exploring, and the issue with the PD door at the main building is augmenting the new 9 Riverside access controls with the main building, and there are some inoperable doors in the police main building, so we're trying to understand if this is something we go for now while we're updating all the door security in 9 Riverside and the software that goes with it. So that is also an upcoming change that we hope to bring for the joint committee in probably November 5th.
Okay.
Just for clarification, and the door is operable, you're talking about the IT opening it with a...
That's correct. Yeah, the hinges
They have
work, but
doors
the
that couldn't be
security
used.
does not.
Okay. Any other questions on any of that? Commissioner Dahl?
So maybe I missed something, but I think we only approved the first 3 invoices. Did I miss something? I don't think we approved that October 8th invoice, unless I missed something.
We only approved 3. Yeah. we got-
Everything that was on the script for our,
Yeah, but not.
brought to our attention.
Both line items are in one motion.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
rolled.
I
Combine
think-
the 2 architecture ones?
Yeah, I think, am I correct, Director Cummings, that some of where we missed the last meeting previously was enclosed in this meeting, correct?
The second
Yeah.
invoice, when I read, there's 2.
That one.
I
That's
don't have the
both.
script.
Oh.
I take your word for it. I'm fine.
It's on the second item that
I
I-
believe you. Thank you, Patty.
Good to go, Commish?
I believed her when she told me.
No, it's good, I'll tell you, it's a good
The
question
Yes.
to make sure, because,
I make lots
Just
of
going back
mistakes.
to our VA days when I used to be an
Yeah, I
auditor
mean-
and she was in fiscal service.
He was in IG, I was in
so-
fiscal, so.
believe me, I'm not claiming to be the wizard, you know what I mean, here, so. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna look to having more fun for the next meeting, November 5th, 2025, of course, at 6 PM or 1800 hours for you military types in the Automatic Chamber. Yeah, okay, so could you please put that on your calendars? You'll get properly noted and everything. And Alderman Dowd, our most favorite motion.
Favorite motion. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And we're adjourned at 6:38 PM. Thank you, everybody.